Okay, we're going to look at logical operators, and we'll start by looking at the AND operator. So far we've just looked at getting one Boolean value, but sometimes we actually need to check if multiple conditions are met at the same time. So an example of this might be, in order to be able to drive a car, you've got to have a driving license, the car's got to be insured, and the car's got to be taxed. Okay. Now we can ask the user those questions, and actually we'd only allow them to drive the car if all three of them evaluated to true. So our application is going to do that. We're going to ask the user a few questions, store those results in Boolean values, and then write a logical statement with the logical AND operator to check that all of those conditions are met. We've already got an instance of the scanner, so we'll start by asking the user, is the car insured for you to drive? And because we're going to read in a Boolean value, we'll just say type true or false, and then we'll create a new Boolean value which is going to read in the what it is insured, and that's going to use input scanner to read in a Boolean value. The user's going to have to type a new line at the end, so we'll just clear that new line by reading it in. Next we'll ask them, do you have a valid driving license? Read that in as another Boolean value, and again clear that end character. And then finally we're going to ask them, not only are they insured, but do they have a valid driving license. We want to make sure the car's taxed. Okay. And really for all of these we need to add that statement and to type true or false, just so they don't type yes by mistake. Okay, so we're obviously used to writing if statements that check Boolean values, so we might, for example, be able to write one that checks if it's insured. But that alone isn't enough, so even if we were to write an output message saying that the user can drive, it's no good if the others aren't met. So to combine those logical statements, we can use the AND operator, and that is just two ampersands like that. So you can say if they're insured, and if they have a license. Okay, and actually we can use it to link more than two operators, and we can just continue that same process. So do they have they got tax? Okay, so if we run that, we are going to need to type true for each of those values in order for it to output the output you can drive, which we've got. If we run it again and type false for just one of those, we won't get that output message.